Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I do want to speak on the match between Barcelona and Benfica, a match where Barcelona has tied against Benfica 0-0. This was a game where Barcelona needed to win, but Barcelona could not find that goal that they were looking for. It was a very decisive goal that Barcelona were searching for, but it did not come in. The ball just did not go in within this game. And let me tell you guys, the situation that Barcelona is in at the moment, there is so much that has to go right in order for Barcelona to go into the next round. And it's just so crazy, right, to know that there were so many ways this game could have gone, so many different situations, but Barcelona managed to get themselves into the worst possible scenario, the worst possible situation. Like, Bayern Munich is going to have to lose for the first time at their own house by Barcelona. Like, we have to see that. Or Dynamo Kiev has to beat Benfica in order for Barcelona to go into the next round. And so many things do have to go right. And what we are going to be doing in this video is talk about the first half, the second half, and then give my overall conclusion of this whole game. But before we go further into this video, I do want to talk about the OneFootball app. The OneFootball app is the best football app you could find within the App Store when it comes to the latest transfer news, the daily news, anything that you do want to follow regarding your favorite player or your favorite club or your team or any international team. All of that is going to be compact within the OneFootball app. And for those of you guys who are in the UK, one of the best new features that the OneFootball app does carry, it is having La Liga highlights within the app. So if you guys do want to find any highlights regarding Barcelona, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Valencia, whichever club you do desire, the OneFootball app will be having that and right inside your phone. So the link is going to be in the description box down below. By clicking that link, you guys will be able to support me and this YouTube channel. It would be greatly appreciated. But now let's get back into the video. Starting with the first half. And within the first half, I'm going to go very individual because I do want to talk about 3 different players from Barcelona's side that performed very well. And then in the second half, we're going to get very broad. But in the first half, Barcelona were very dominant. It was very clear that Barcelona wanted to look for the revenge. This was a Barcelona that was very motivated. They moved very well. They pressed high and pressed very efficient. If we were to look at the stats here, we can see that Barcelona had a total of 60% possession. So Barcelona did not allow Benfica to breathe at all. And especially when you see that Barcelona in the first half had a total of 8 shots, 7 chances created, 2 big chances created. And if you look at the bottom here, you can see that Barcelona had a total of 4 offsides. And the reason why Barcelona were caught offside so many times, it is because Xavi has set up this team to be basically centimeters away from the offside line. Like, he wanted his players to be exactly in par with the defensive line in order for Busquets or Frankie or Nico to find those passes that can allow Barcelona to find those goals. And of course, Barcelona did not play the perfect game when it came to that aspect, because that is why they have found themselves to have 4 offsides. You can truly see what Barcelona's intentions are, what they want to do, and what they want. It's just a matter of refining their game, continuing to practice on how to time those runs very well. And so, like I've said, I want to speak on 3 different players, starting with Araujo. Araujo, basically, I'm just going to say that throughout this whole game, he played amazing. And Araujo also played as a right back. He showed versatility. His pressing game was also very accurate, and every time the ball was going to go towards the opposition, Araujo anticipated that very well. He never showed that he was asleep. And I'm glad to see that Araujo is showing that he can also play as a right back, as a center back, and be very reliable. Because as a right back, he was always willing to find those spaces. He took advantage of those opportunities by using his speed, his power, his physicality, and he showed the ability to track back if things went wrong. It was just no problem towards him. And I'm so impressed to see that Araujo can do everything that Xavi does demand coming from his center backs. What Xavi basically wants from his center backs is basically a center back that's fast, good on the ball, someone who can track back, someone who is physically very prepared. Araujo is exactly that. And the one thing that also really improved in terms of his own game, it is his passing game. His distribution on the ball has greatly improved, and I'm happy to see that Araujo as a player is improving as a player overall. Moving on towards the next player, I want to speak on Youssef Demir. Youssef Demir surprised me the most, and especially knowing that Demir actually started in the starting 11, because what Demir basically showed in the first half was that he does have quality on his left foot. Like, it exists. Like, Demir can actually create opportunities for either himself or for the other players. And there was a moment on the 43rd minute where Demir basically took a shot, it curved all the way to the top left corner, but it hit the post. And if only that ball were to go in, Demir would have probably stole the show on that first half, but it did not go in. But I am very happy to see that Demir did get the start. He showed that he does want to improve. And the one thing that I would say about this player is this player constantly likes to move forward. And that is something that really does concern many coaches out there in Europe. Like, there are moments where the player can move forward, but there are also moments where they're not supposed to be moving forward. Demir is a player that only likes to move forward. And sometimes he does find himself basically forcing the ball to move forward, and he loses the ball completely. But that is going to be something that Demir is going to have to fix. I do think that as he continues to get more minutes, he will improve on that aspect of the game. But the fact that we saw Demir always be dangerous, like 99% of the time, he caused headaches towards Benfica. And looking at this type of performance, seeing the ceiling that he could reach, and knowing that he put on basically a show on that right side of the pitch, he is really making a case on why he should continue at Barcelona. Because remember, Demir is a player that's on trial. He is on loan. Right now, Barcelona do have to make a decision on whether they want to keep this player and buy this player, or let him go back from the loan and go back to his original club. But just going based off this performance here, Demir is a player that can be very dangerous, someone who can greatly improve, and we're just going to have to see what does happen throughout the rest of the season and if he could be consistent. Moving on towards the last player for this first half, and that is going to be Sergio Busquets. Sergio Busquets, ladies and gentlemen, he has showed his class. I have been telling everyone here on YouTube that if Barcelona can be very compact, Busquets will flourish. If Barcelona can be a team where they can win the ball back within 2 or 3 or 4 seconds, Busquets will flourish, because every touch that Busquets had, it was spot on. He made all the necessary passes, all the necessary choices, and you can just get that feeling that every time Busquets had the ball, Barcelona always had that sense of security. Like they knew that the ball was going to be safe. They knew that the ball was not going to be dispossessed or go towards the wrong area. This is something that we did not see when we had Ronald Koeman in charge. Like Busquets was the last player you wanted to pass it to, because eventually he was going to lose the ball. But with Busquets under Xavi Hernandez, he is the brains of this Barcelona squad. But now let's go into the second half. And like I have said before, we're going to go very broad. I'm not going to be speaking on specific players, because in the second half, it was a very different game. A very different game, my friends, because Barcelona, they lost their tempo. They lost the rhythm. I have no idea why that is the case, but one of the reasons why I believe Barcelona moved the ball much slower compared to the first half was because I felt like they wanted to be more careful, because they knew that Benfica was set up in a way where they could counter attack. Like, yes, they were parking the bus and they had players like Darwin Núñez just waiting for the ball in order for him to execute that counter attack, and they knew that Benfica could succeed like this because Barcelona had a very high line. Like, the only player that was back there to take care of the defense was Sergio Busquets, and Benfica stood very well when it came to their defensive game. And so Barcelona had so much trouble trying to get a real goal scoring opportunity. Now look, if there was one sub that really changed Barcelona's game and gave Barcelona more options and more opportunity to find that goal, it was the substitution of Youssef Demir. Youssef Demir exited out the match, and Dembele did come in on the 60th minute, and immediately Dembele showed the pace and his ability to do the 1v1s on that right flank, something that we have been missing in that area against Benfica. And so because Dembele was so reliable, because we knew that Dembele was going to be able to outpace any left back or any player that was trying to defend Dembele, the players knew, right? Frankie, Memphis, Gavi, they all knew that Dembele was going to make that cross into the box. So the fact that Dembele was there to beat the 1v1s and cross that ball, it allowed more arrivals into the box, which gave Barcelona more opportunities to score, which is why we saw Frankie de Jong see that opportunity to header that ball into the net. But unfortunately, the goalkeeper did stop that shot, which was probably the biggest opportunity for Xavi's Barcelona. And I do believe that that is probably going to be one of the biggest plays Xavi's going to do in this season, is to see Dembele beat the oppositions on a 1v1 or a 1v2 and then cross that ball either to Nico or Frankie, because Nico and Frankie are two players who can greatly arrive into the box well timed. But here's the thing, right? Even though I know right now that I am praising Barcelona for playing so well, which they did, there are still some things that really did irritate me. Like, it really did irritate me to the point where I knew that if this player that I'm going to be talking about right now, I knew that if this player had the balls to score and not overdo himself, Barcelona would probably be going into the next round. And I want to talk about Memphis Depay, because Memphis Depay in this game, he just, look, I'm sorry that I do have to sound in this way, but Memphis Depay against Benfica, he irritated me so much, because the amount of mistakes that Memphis has done on the field, it cost Barcelona. Memphis Depay could have easily scored 1 to 2 goals in this match. I'm being so serious right now. Like, Memphis Depay in this match, I do think that because of this, he deserves to be benched in the next game. Like, he really does deserve to be benched in the next game, because in the previous games that he has been playing, he has not been scoring. Like, yes, he can score penalties, but he has not been scoring open play goals. He's always either doing two things: either one, make an extra step to finish the goal, or two, misplace a pass or not read the passing very well. Because Memphis Depay was actually given the opportunity to score a goal against Benfica, and he could have shot it with his left foot, but he basically chose to cut in, and then another center back from Benfica came in at the very last minute and took the ball away from Memphis Depay. Like, I have no idea why Memphis would want to cut in when you could have easily shot that with your left foot. And so I have no idea why Memphis chooses to do these type of things. Like, it is so simple for you to score goals. You don't have to be over fancy about all of these things. Like, I really do feel like if Memphis was on his A game, Barcelona would probably go into the next round. Like, I really do feel like that. It does make a lot of sense. I do not know if Memphis Depay is losing the confidence. I don't know if this is the actual player that we do have. Like, this is the best that he can give. But if Xavi does have the opportunity in the next game to use a front three of Ansu Fati on the left, Dembele as a striker, and Dest on the right wing, I would do it. I would really do it. I know that I have talked about before how Dest cannot play on the right wing area, but right now I just want to see something different. Like, please give me something different. Dembele can actually play as a striker. I know that Luke de Jong can also play as a striker, but I would prefer Dembele to play as a striker because we have seen that work out before with Messi and Dembele up top and Dembele acting as a striker. So Memphis is going to have to do so much to redeem himself. And look, I might be just talking and not really saying much within this segment of the video. Like, in the next match, we could see Memphis Depay start, and this means absolutely nothing, but I am very disappointed with Memphis Depay's performance against Benfica. And so in those last 15 minutes, of course, Barcelona were suffering. Barcelona were suffering until the very last few seconds within this game. Benfica were so close to scoring within this match that I probably had like 2 heart attacks within those last 15 minutes. But here's going to be my conclusion of this game. I'm going to say this right now, and I honestly believe that this is true. And whatever you guys do want to say, you guys have your own opinions. You guys can be mad all you guys want in the comment sections. But what I would say is this: Barcelona played very well. They played amazing. They just have to deal with the ramifications of transitioning towards a brand new team, because many players under Xavi have already greatly improved, something that we did not see under Ronald Koeman. Gavi has improved as a player. Nico has improved as a player. Eric Garcia has been having one hell of a season. Frenkie de Jong has also greatly improved. We see him on the ball and do a lot of damage. He is very involved in Barcelona's attack. So this is a Barcelona team that will go into special places. We know that this Barcelona team will be one of the best teams in the world. It's just right now we are in that transition phase. And this transition that I am talking about, it could take about 1 to 2 months. It could take about 3 months. I do not think that's going to go any further than 6-7 months. It's just that the transition that's going on right now is at a very delicate place. Like, right now we have to win and pick up from the scraps of what Ronald Koeman brought us within this season. And so the type of situation that Barcelona is in right now within the table of the Champions League, only a miracle is going to be able to get us through into the next round. So there could be possibly 2 very big outcomes that could happen in order for Barcelona to advance. Like what I have said before in the beginning of this video, it's either Barcelona beats Bayern Munich at their home, giving Bayern their first home defeat in the Champions League. If Barcelona cannot do that, we're going to have to depend on Benfica to lose against Dinamo Kiev, and in that way everything will basically stay the same and Barcelona will go into the next round. That is the only way Barcelona can go. And let me tell you guys, I know that many of us are thinking that, okay, Barcelona is certainly not going to win against Bayern Munich. I'm just going to be sitting here and saying that Barcelona do have a chance to beat Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich is already qualified. Barcelona right now are in a transitional phase. We do not know how long this transitional phase is going to take, but the mentality that these players have been showing in these past 2 games under Xavi Hernandez, this is what's going to get Barcelona into those special places, into that dominant team. It's just a matter of time. And the only way I can see Barcelona winning Bayern Munich is if Barcelona are on their A game. Like, everybody has to be 100%. Every player has to be fit. Like, these next 2 games that we're going to be playing against Villarreal and Betis, I hope that Xavi does have a set group of players and a set starting 11 within those 2 games and be ready for that match against Bayern Munich. Like, I want to see the exact same starting 11 against Villarreal, against Betis, and then when we go up against Bayern Munich, that starting 11 will get used to playing with one another. And so hopefully, right, in the next match against Bayern, the players that we will need for sure, and hopefully they're fit by this time, is going to be players like Ronald Araujo. We need that player. We're going to need another player like Pedri. I know that Pedri might be out until like next year, or maybe come back in the middle of December, like December 17 or 18, but if Pedri can pull off another miracle when it comes to his fitness, I would welcome that. We're going to be needing Dembele, right? We do not want to see Dembele get injured no more. We want to see Ansu Fati, who is also expected to come back maybe December 7th or 8th, but hopefully Ansu can find that fast recovery just like Pedri did a few months back. And then we're also going to be needing a player like Gavi. Gavi needs to be in that game. Gavi has shown that he can be reliable. He is someone that can disrupt Bayern's midfield, and so it's going to be very important these next few games. Like I've said, Barcelona do need to refine their game because their idea is right. The only thing that is basically missing is for Barcelona to look for those goals. But that is going to be wrapping up today's Barcelona post-match review. Let me know, what was your favorite moment within this game? Do you believe that Barcelona can beat Bayern Munich at their own home? Let me know in the comment sections down below. below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.